Thank you. Sorry. No, you're fine. I forgot totally to ask for that. Okay, so I'm going to just share with you some creative ways of teaching writing rather than the dull, that dry way when my students, they come to class and then they know very well I'm a writing teacher and reading teacher too. But then they know that they have to have their journals and their pens, so they will fake all the reasons not to do the job. But when they come and they see something specifically like a motivator, I call it, and they will start asking, why do we have dinner plates? Are you gonna eat? Are we gonna do something like that? And immediately after that, they click, and the level of motivation will jump higher, and then we will start talking about it. I did try this lesson with one class only because we were working on informational text, but it was a wonderful experience. So I took this chapter, this lesson from this book, Things Belong to Stephanie, I'm blessed to have this woman in my school because she changed my life drastically. I grew as a teacher because of her too. Misha, she was also my instructor once in my career in college, so I really owe them a lot. So I did make a copy for all of you that you can use. The title of it is Indelible Moments. Moments that we cannot forget in our life ever. Things that will put a mark in our life. And when I start my lesson, I talk with my students about what kind of memories you have, moments that you will never forget ever in your life. It can bring joy or happiness. It can be sad, painful, make you angry, make you remember that. And then we start just talking, briefing, just free write things. And after that, I told them, okay, I gave them a paper, dinner plate, and I asked them one specific question, and they have to write on the dinner plates, not on paper. So it's providing them with material rather than the usual would be kind of really enticing for them, and they will say, "Whoa, okay, we got to do something different today." And I guess this is really helpful, and will break the the routine maybe. So how you want to do it, which order you want to start with, doesn't matter. It depends on what material you wanted them to write on. I will ask them, can you take a minute and remember any notable moment in your life around the dinner table that you will never forget? And try to free write, start writing on the plate. So I will ask you to take about a minute or two. Think about one of those moments that you had, maybe conversation around the dinner table that you cannot forget ever. It can be sad, it can be happy, it can be just memorable. ask you is, did you have trouble really remembering that indelible moment in your life? Or is it like quick and easy to remember that? What's your feeling about that? Usually, if they will not be talkative and reluctant because it's like still the beginning of the year and the trust issues not there yet, and I worked so hard building this relationship, I will tell them thumbs up if it's easy, down if it's difficult, sideways, it's like, and that's what will give me a quick look at my students and how they feel about it. I don't know if writing on a dinner plate, did that change the way that you think about your indelible moments? Did that help you at all? Remember things about that moment?
I don't know that it helped remember, but it was fun. It was different.
It was different and it was fun. Anyone would like to share those moments? Yes, please.
Would you like me to read
yes,
the whole
please.
thing? Okay. Every night my family would gather around the dinner table. We would say our prayers and tell our parents that our day went fine and add no more detail. It sounds as if we are the traditional imperfect. In fact, we are anything but that. No matter the day or the time, each dinner would end with a fight between the siblings. I will never forget the ketchup night, the night my mom had to clean our ceiling, the night I spent in my room, the night I could not get the smell of ketchup off my skin.
Wonderful, wonderful.
That's
Awesome. Anyone else would like to share their moments? Go ahead, please.
Pass the shake well, please, I asked my grandpa. Pass the what? Grandpa replied in a rather caught-off-guard tone. Poor Grandpa, I thought. He didn't hear me again. The shake well, I said loud and clear. What the heck a shake well was the response. Honestly, sometimes my 9-year-old self thought I was really worried about grown-ups and their lack of knowledge. Is the red spicy stuff in the jar with the yellow lid that says shake well on it? I barely refrained from rolling my eyes knowing I would get in trouble. Honey, my grandpa said, struggling not to laugh, that's salsa. Shake well is what you do with it before you open it.
I was wondering where that was going.
Why my parents
That's a
didn't
great
ever
one.
tell me, I don't know, I don't know if they thought I knew the difference between cute, but no, I was convinced that was shake well. It was delicious.
So, you can see how much fun this activity is and how much fun the students will be into writing, and then they start raising their hands and sharing and yes, and then it will create kind of the icebreakers also kind of activity at the beginning of the year, and you can use it whenever, whatever time you would like in the year, for real. Like now we're at the end of the year, we're having lots of memories. I connect that with another unit, Slice of Life, that I'm going to talk about in a minute. On a given day, if you are elementary teachers, for example, and you have lots of writing, reading, and all those topics, you can just do one of these activities one day and then leave it, and then come the next day do something else. The same thing, but using different material. But if you are the content area teacher, I do it immediately. I set that dinner plate aside, and then I tell them, okay, I give them a coffee, paper, filter, actually, and I ask them to do the same thing, to remember a memorable conversation around a cup of coffee this time. And they have to write one of those moments using that coffee filter. And they start giggling, of course. Middle schoolers, 6th grade, I'm teaching 6th grade right now. And it's fun. It's almost like a tissue. Sometimes they write tissues and they send notes. So they're okay, use that now. So if you can remember any of those memorable conversations around a cup of coffee, go ahead and think about it and then write something that you cannot forget and you still remember it.
It had to occur over a cup of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Could be hot chocolate.
It's gonna have to be because I don't drink coffee.
I drink cappuccino, so I can do cappuccinos.
Can we have a beer?
Okay, we can make that.
So many more options.
Any type of drink, but hopefully it's not alcoholic. We don't want to talk about that with the students right now.
Oh, I'm a really big coffee drinker. So I did just like a dinner, like made me think of, well, here's our dinner, Ross, Haley, and I, a hard discussion with our younger brother. He has been struggling in school, and we decided to have some Chinese and talk about his plans. He was open to ideas, and I know he appreciated our help. He knew we were doing this because we loved him and cared so much about his future. And then it's crazy to think how mature he's become. So.
Excellent. And the mission behind that, it doesn't matter if you are changing really from a coffee conversation to a dinner conversation. What matters is that you are sharing those moments that they kind of very important for you, and if you can bring a whole personal narrative, an essay that you can talk about yourself in a very unique way, I would say. Thank you so much. Anybody else?
She's staring at me. I don't drink coffee, so this is hard. The story I remember about coffee isn't even mine. My mom told me she learned to drink coffee so my dad's parents would like her. Mima and Gay always had an afternoon cup of joe and would offer Mom some if she was around, and she'd turn them down. She knew this wasn't okay. When Dad went off to Vietnam and Mom was around the newborn, they wanted to include her. She wanted to be included. She knew she'd been accepted when they offered her coffee, and she took it.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Nisha. And then just staring at you because I love you, support. I just didn't do the assignment the way I was supposed to. Wonderful. Good job. And then on another day, you will go through the list, see what else you can do. I tried to find a phone message pad. I could not find any. You don't even have it on the internet. So you can use even the invitation cards just to have fun with them, and then they can write on it or anything else. Then on a given day, I want you to take one of these memorable moments in their lives and ask them to choose one of the three. They can try anything, and then it's their choice completely. So the dinner table, for example, she just wanted to talk about coffee specifically, and then try to really open the whole, try to go in details in order to plan your moments into an essay or into a piece of writing. I asked them to take a piece of paper and then trifold them into 3 parts. Where I don't know if I'm going to do that with you guys or not. Do you want to do it? Okay, I have papers. If in case you don't have papers, let's do it so we can have a whole complete lesson.
That's fine.
We can pass it over.
Oh. Okay, and let's try to fold them into 3 equal parts. The best way that you can. And then I'm going to ask them in the middle part, write your indelible moment right there, the one that you chose, if it is around the coffee cup conversation or the phone conversation that reminded you of something that you cannot forget ever, or it can be around a dinner table. They will write that moment in the middle, and then on the left side, what happened before that moment. Everything that happened before this memorable moment took place. So it's like before, during, and after, as when you're reading. It's the same kind of thinking, but we wanted to activate their knowledge, their memory about what happened before you started this conversation. And then on the right side, everything that happened after that moment. So before the moment and then after the moment. This way it can expand a little bit more. They can create the introduction type of thing, leading into the subject itself, the topic itself at hand. Then, what is the aftermath? What's happened afterwards? Which is the conclusion, kind of. If you can think about it as introduction, body, conclusion. You can really tweak it the way that you want it to, according to the age group that you are teaching at that moment. But it will allow them to list or put all their thoughts on paper, and then, again, it's a free write. I'm not going to ask them to spell check every single thing. This is all just to journal their thoughts as a rough draft, and then they take this information and then try to lay them into a paragraph format. So choose your indelible moment, whichever you would like to, and then write something that's what happened before that moment and what happened after that, if you can still remember that. Let's take another minute.